Yo, hello, and welcome to the latest episode of the Fully Booked Coach podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Poulter, and in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 reasons why you aren't signing clients right now. And if you can see my screen and you're watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to see that I'm saying that there's feelings that are bubbling up right now. I'm working hard to create content, but nobody ever messages me. Or do you ever feel like you speak to people every day in the gym, but can't seem to book them in for a consultation? Or maybe you struggle to sign clients at this time of the year, or at least maybe that's a mindset that you feel you have right now. I'm going to cover all of this today in this episode and make sure you leave this episode not just knowing reasons why you're not signing clients, but what you should be doing instead. So buckle up, listen in, take notes, and ask questions to me on Instagram at FullyBookCoach. So the first reason why you might not be signing clients right now is because you aren't being vulnerable enough in your content. And what I mean by that is you're posting like gym selfies, you with a six pack, you in a bikini looking incredible, ultimately sharing you at the end result of what you've achieved potentially over years of working on your body and with your health. And that's cool because that builds authority and people see you in your content and they want to be like you. They want to look like you. They want to act like you. They want the confidence they perceive that you have. The problem with this is if you're not being vulnerable and sharing the mistakes you've made, the issues that you've had acquiring that body, acquiring that health, acquiring that mindset, whatever you've achieved as a fitness coach and as someone into your own fitness and going through your own fitness journey, the issue with that is that people don't feel like they can connect with you. And there's a rule in marketing, write this down. Someone needs to know, like, and trust you. And I'll say that again. They need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. And in order to get to know you, the real you, it's about sharing something vulnerable. And an example of this might be, here's the biggest mistake I made with my fitness journey when I started out. Or here are the 5 reasons why I wish I could go back and start again. Or here's the number one thing I learned from messing up my fitness journey. What you're doing here is you're showing people that you are a person, a normal person. You have your own story. And another form of post that you can do here is sharing something like a personal story, like a time that maybe you got kicked out of college, or you lost your driving license, or you broke up with your first partner. Sharing something more vulnerable, even arguably that isn't necessarily directly related to fitness. It might be about you wanting to become a parent one day, or the fact that you've become a parent and the struggles you're having with sleep. Like, write down some notes right now as these bubble up and these ideas come into your head, and make some notes and go and form them into like, pieces of content. Because in order for someone to buy from you, like I said, they need to know, like, and trust you. But the consideration here is they're not going to ever reach out to you. They're never going to message you if they don't feel like they can trust you and they've seen the other side of you. So if right now you go and audit your own Instagram content, or on LinkedIn, or on TikTok or Twitter, wherever you're posting right now, and you see that it's all about me, but only you in the positive, nothing about the negative or where you went wrong, that should be the next 2 or 3 posts that you put into your content to go down that route. And I get it. It's scary. You might be thinking, but Dan, I don't want to share this. What will people think of me? Like, trust me, I've been there before and I've had these conversations with my clients inside the mastermind. But you've got to remember that maybe the reason why you're on this podcast right now is because you've seen me share that personal stuff. Why do you think the Kardashians, some of the richest, wealthiest, one of the richest, wealthiest families in the world that have made it onto that world stage, why do you think that they are where they are now? Is because you don't just see the good, you also see the bad, and they share absolutely everything. And yes, it's not for everyone, and you can choose how deep you go with this, but you do need to start being more vulnerable if you want to start signing more clients right now. Okay, number 2. So moving on, you aren't putting yourself. I'm sorry, you are putting yourself in the friend zone. Okay, I'll say that again. You are putting yourself in the friend zone. So this is one for the PTs here on the gym floor, or also you might be doing this in the DMs on Instagram. What I mean by this is, picture the scene. You go into the gym and you constantly talking to the regulars. The regulars, you keep walking up and you speak to the same people you know all the time. And you have made the cardinal sin as a personal trainer on the gym floor, and also arguably in your DMs with a follower who's always messaging you. You get to a point where you kind of friend zone yourself. they don't really see you as a authority anymore. They see you as a buddy, as a friend, which is cool. It's great to have friends in the gym, but you're here because you want to grow your business, right? You want to make more money, right? Yes, you want to help more people, but you also want to make profit and stay in business and help more people long term. So what you're probably doing is you're giving out loads of advice. And don't get me wrong, you should give away your best stuff for free, and write that down. You should give away your best stuff for free. You shouldn't hold back. But there also comes a time that you say to Steve or you say to Amy, look, we speak all the time. I really want to help you. I've got this amazing program, or, I run my program in this way. We haven't booked you in for a taster session yet or a consultation. These conversations are great, but for me to really help you, why don't we actually get something booked in where we sit down and go through your goals, whether that's on Zoom, on the phone, or in person if you're in the gym, and take them from the friend zone and put them into the potential payment zone. And look, if you're really serious about helping people, of course, you giving them some free advice in the DMs or in the gym is great. Like, that is going to help them, and that's a great thing to do. But you and I both know you are never, ever, ever truly going to solve their problems and get them to where they really want to be if you don't go deeper with this stuff. And that's going to come in the form of you going and taking them through a consultation and putting them through your incredible program that will get them far better results than they're ever going to get from your tips on the gym floor or in the DMs. Number 3, you don't follow up with your leads quick enough. You don't follow up with your leads quick enough. So the problem is going to be here is, and I speak to coaches inside the mastermind, even with the scripts that we provide, even with the follow-up sequences that we give, it's about the speed, guys, in which you get in touch with people. Recency matters, and write that down. Recency matters. What I mean by that, recency means if someone's messaging you because they're quite literally in pain, like right there, right now. I'll give you an example. I had a guy reach out to me at Muscle Fitness. He was messaging me from Ocean Beach, Ibiza, saying, Dan, I'm literally sitting here around my mates who are here topless. I'm the only guy here with my top on because I'm too embarrassed to take my top off because I'm so embarrassed about my physique. Like, right there and then, had I not messaged that guy right there and then, knowing that he was in pain right there and then, I never would have gone on to help him, sign him up as a client, and help him get an incredible transformation, because recency matters. You not following up with your DMs, you not following up with people who are interested in working with you in the gym. That is why you're not signing clients right now. Because guess what? If they're messaging you, or if they're speaking to you in the gym, they're probably speaking to someone else. And I remember back when I was a personal trainer, by the way, for 11 years, fully booked on the gym floor. I remember back when I was a personal trainer, the worst feeling ever. We've all been through this. Like, message me on Instagram if you felt this. When you know that you walk into the gym and you see someone that is signed up with another PT, and you go, shit, I was meant to get back to Steve yesterday. I didn't. And now you go over to him and say, oh, hey, Steve, like, I saw you with the other Dan the other day, like training, like what's going on there? Oh yeah, Dan, I didn't hear back from you. I really wanted a PT, so I signed up with him. It is the worst feeling in the world. Like, if you can relate, leave a review and leave it in the comments on the review, or send me a message at FullyBookCoach on Instagram or TikTok and let me know if you felt that. But oh man, it's the worst feeling ever. So that is why I'm telling you right now, to avoid that worst feeling ever as a fitness coach, you have to follow up with your leads quicker. And the way to do this is having processes and systems. I'm always telling the guys inside the mastermind, one of the best ways to do this is at least once a week, go in and spend some time, messaging your leads, putting them somewhere. Like, we use a specific software, but whether you put them on a piece of paper, on your whiteboard, on your notes, just have their names there, so that every week, as a minimum, once every single week, you go in and you check in with them. It's a must. And that's why you're not signing clients right now, because you're not following up with them quick enough. Okay, number 4, you haven't made it obvious that you are here to help. Okay, what I mean by that is, on the gym floor, picture the scene, you're training yourself, you got your headphones in, head down, you're training like a beast. And that's great. Don't get me wrong. I always suggest to my guys, leave your work phones in the locker. Just focus on your own training. You need to build your own body as a fitness coach. That's important to practice what you preach. But it doesn't mean that you train like an idiot and you aren't there to help. Like, you see someone clearly struggling, they need a spot, and you don't go over. You see somebody who, the blue roll has run out on the gym floor, and you don't go over and offer to run and grab it for them. People realize when someone's going above and beyond, and people remember when someone's gone above and beyond. Like people will always remember not just the things you do for them, but how you made them feel. People will remember how you make them feel. Okay, so what you need to do here, guys, is you need to make sure that even when you're training yourself, you make it clear, I'm here to help. And even more importantly, and I see this all the time, massive mistake from fitness coaches on the gym floor, especially at some of the gyms I train at. You don't wear your uniform, you don't wear a badge, you wear a plain black hoodie. No one would know that you're a PT. When I used to work as a fitness coach, as a PT on the gym floor, I wore my uniform everywhere. An example would be like when I went to the shop, to Tesco, I'd wear it on my back so people could see what I was buying, or I'd walk through my local town and make sure everyone knew, oh shit, that's Dan, he's the fitness coach. That's how my fitness Instagram, Dan the fitness coach, the branding came from that, with that in mind. Like you want everyone to know, like, hey, that's Dan the fitness coach. Hey, that's Amy the fitness coach. Like, so when they need your help or they need fitness coaching, they think of you because you helped them that time, even when you were training yourself. Like go above and beyond and make it clear that you're here to help. And last but not least, number 5, you haven't made the link between your mission and sales. And I'll say that again. The reason why you're not signing clients right now is because you probably haven't made the link between your mission and sales and selling. And what I mean by that is you need to get an understanding that being salesy or creepy or bothering people, you're only ever going to feel like that if you don't have a mission to help people. If you're clear on your mission to help people, you want to help busy mums who struggle with dropping the weight they gained during pregnancy, or you want to help skinny guys who have never had the confidence to ask out a guy or girl on a date. Okay. Once you understand your mission is to help these people, and I would say off the back of this podcast, go and write down what your mission is. And if you're not sure, just message me on Instagram at Fully Booked Coach and I'll point you in the right direction. And then when it comes to selling, not only when you're on the phone and when you're on the gym floor, will you sell with more passion and conviction, and you will fight to handle objections in the right way for the right reason, but you're also going to follow up with people more, because rather than seeing it as annoying them or bothering them, you're going to see it as a way to help them further because you're on a mission. So you say, hey, Steve, just following up because I see that you haven't replied to my previous messages. Look, I'm really on a mission right now to help as many busy dads like you get back in shape, especially before Christmas. Just let me know if you're interested in the program, or if you've given up on this, don't worry about it. No stress. Okay. And inside the mastermind, we've got like scripts, like tons of scripts like this that you can work through. So the guys, here listening from the mastermind, like we'll get this, right? You can message people or on the gym floor. You see someone and you're like, you see a guy, a skinny guy like me when I was a skinny guy, you see someone struggling with the thing that you were struggling with back when you started, and you go over to them and you explain what your mission is and the struggles you went through, and you be vulnerable, like we said at the start of this podcast, and you tailor it to your mission to the script, you say, even on your sales call. But here's the thing, then what happens is you make that monumental shift from it being like selling to helping. And write that down. Like, I am here not to sell more people into my program. I'm here to help more people and change their lives and get a life-changing transformation. Like, that's why I'm assuming that you've become a coach. Yes, you want to make money. Yes, you enjoy your own fitness, but ultimately you enjoy helping people. Like, I love helping people, and I love that I'm here to serve, and I make my money. I make a living through helping people. And guess what? The more people you help, the more money you make. So that's number 5. You haven't made the link between your mission and sales. So that's it. That's the end of today's podcast. I hope you've enjoyed listening. For this one, all I ask for you today is, if you enjoyed it, follow me on Instagram and drop me a message at Fully Booked Coach, and that's on TikTok as well. Message me, Fully Booked Coach, and just say, hey, Dan, I listened to the episode with 5 reasons why you're not signing clients right now. I really enjoyed it. Or if you didn't enjoy it, you can also let me know. And if you've got an idea for a future topic that you want me to cover on a podcast, I'm down. Let me know. But yeah, that's it. That's all for today. And I will catch you on the next episode.